And for our mindfulness meditation, as always, let me invite you just to be still. Let your body become as comfortably still as it can be, and that is good enough. Let your eyes close and your mind remain awake. And let your body breathe all by itself, with your lips together, breathing in and out through your nose if you can, with your stomach area rising and falling gently as your body breathes, effortless relaxation breath. Feel the rhythm of your breath just arriving at its own natural balance, effortless balance. And as you do, notice that your awareness has now fully entered your body. You can feel the movement of your stomach area. You can feel the air traveling in through your nose. You can feel the stillness of your body. You can feel the emotion of calm growing inside your heart and inside your core. And you can sense that your mind is relaxing. Your thinking process is relaxing. All three aspects of yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body, relaxing together spontaneously and effortlessly as you enjoy the feeling of the whole experience of deep relaxation taking place. In this mindfulness meditation, we're going to use our minds as a powerful thinking tool to gain wisdom, insight, greater self-understanding, and a deeper feeling of happiness and well-being. Inside yourself, you have a wise inner voice. You have your wise self. In different cultures, it's described in different ways. In the shamanistic culture, they refer to something called your spirit guide. And your spirit guide is a wise creature, be it animal or human, or even spirit, that gives you advice and enables you to access your deep inner wisdom. This process takes time and is not purely an intuitive process. Intuition is extremely rapid, fast, quick. Often the feelings of intuition, the gut feeling, the gut response, is so fast that it happens before cognitive thought can take place. Your wise inner self, your spirit guide, is a synthesis, a merging of your two inner selves, your intuitive self and your rational, logical self, your intuitive inner voice, your rational, logical inner voice, the two meeting together, the two coming together to form what we would call perhaps a wise decision or a wise thought or insight. This particular process is extremely useful at times when you have a question, when there is an issue in your life that needs to be resolved, can't be ignored, and you need to know the wise answer, the correct answer, the answer that's going to bring you the most health and well-being, so that you can perhaps look after others with your health and well-being, or simply to experience greater health and well-being purely for yourself. Either way, our wise inner voice will always give us the best information to walk that pathway, to walk the pathway of wisdom, the pathway of happiness, health and well-being. With life being so busy these days, it is very easy to rush through a busy day with so much to do and not give ourselves time to actually consult our wisdom, the wisdom that's already there inside ourselves. Not wisdom that has to be gained or learned, but wisdom that's already there. Meditation is one way, of course, of quite deliberately consulting our wise inner self, our spirit guide. However, formal meditation obviously involves deliberately becoming still, stopping what we're doing, ceasing being busy, entering into the three core skills, and taking deliberate time to make a decision by consulting our wise inner self, our spirit guide. And this is a wonderful process, of course. There will be times when you won't be able to do this because of circumstance. And you will find yourself having to make decisions while being busy, and therefore using mindfulness skills instead. Being able to go inside with your awareness, like you are doing right now, and quite deliberately consult your wise inner self. And in this meditation, we're going to explore how to do that. We're going to explore one way of doing that. And this is through using the faculty of visualization, your mind's eye. Let me invite you on a journey to meet with your wise inner self, your inner spirit guide. And when you meet your wise inner self during this meditation, you will be able to ask any question that has ever existed for you, quite literally any question about anything. And as you ask this question to your spirit guide, your wise inner self, the answer will come. And in doing this, you are practicing the conscious consulting of your wise inner self, which you can do during a busy time when there isn't time to sit and meditate formally, perhaps. A skill you can use during the busyness itself, without stopping, without ceasing the busyness. Okay. So first of all, let me invite you to see yourself standing on the shoreline of an enormous lake, a freshwater still lake. Very few ripples on the surface, no tide to speak of, just gentle ripples. As you look out from the beach with the sand between your toes, you notice the time of day. Looking up to the sky, you can see it's early afternoon. It's warm, comfortable, bright, fresh, crisp, yet soothingly warm at the same time. The sand feels exceptionally soft, and the texture quite tickly and comfortable underneath your feet. As you gaze out across the lake, noticing how still the waters are. The odd bird touching the surface and then flying off. A few ripples as fish rise to breathe and to feed. The air is filled with bird song. As the lake is surrounded by a beautiful woodland, mixed trees, you can see right through to the open grassland around. Clear pathways running through the trees, inviting, friendly, safe, comfortable. And as you walk along the beach, with no particular direction in mind, just enjoying the feeling of the sand, the coolness of the water, radiating onto the side of your face. The sound of the trees, the rustling, the birds in the trees. The feeling of timelessness comes over you and through your whole body. The feeling of having all the time in the world, a never-ending movement of time that is all yours. Each footstep feeling as soft and as comfortable as the last. The view in front of you across the beach is just more sand, more beauty, more trees, more birds, a few shells, some pretty pebbles here and there as you walk the shores of this ancient lake. The lake is so vast that you can't see the other side. Feels like the pathway, the beachway, is never ending. And as you walk peacefully, calmly, with each step making you even more peaceful and calm, your mind becoming really very quiet and still. In the distance, you see a figure. You can't quite tell whether it's animal, human, or even spiritual. It could be a spirit, it could be a person, it could be an animal. But you sense intuitively, immediately, a warm friendship, a warm safety, a warm, loving presence. In the distance, sitting on the beach. So inviting is this presence that your pace quickens slightly. Almost with excitement, wonder, fascination starting to grow. And as you stroll confidently, happily, and now definitely excitedly towards the figure becomes clearer to you, and you can start to make out who it is. Instantly and intuitively, you realize that this is your wise inner self. This is your spirit guide waiting for you on the beach. As you approach, as you get nearer, you can see exactly who it is. It could be a spiritual being. It could be a human being. It could be an animal. You are the only one that can see this particular creature, this particular being, because it's part of you. You are witnessing, meeting, and engaging with your wise inner self, your spirit animal, your spirit guide. And your spirit being is pleased to see you. You can tell, you can sense, you can read the warmth, the loving intention, the loving regard that you are being held with as your spirit guide meets you, greets you, and invites you to sit side by side on the beach together, looking across the lake, filled with beauty, your mind filled with the beauty of the birds, the water, the sounds, the texture, the sand, the temperature, the warmth, and the loving presence, the powerful, solid, strong, ever certain, loving presence of your wise inner self, your spirit guide. Still feeling as though you have all the time in the world. Feeling safe, comfortable, totally at ease. And awareness comes into your mind that this would be an absolutely wonderful opportunity to ask a question, and of course, to find out an answer. So let me invite you now to ask any question of your choice about any subject that exists, anything that's important to you, any question that you would like to have the wisest answer to. And when you're ready, simply ask your spirit guide the question of your choice, and then just listen patiently, calmly to the answer. Okay. Now, the answer you've just listened to may have come in the form of pictures, words, sensations, emotions. Maybe it has come as silence. And you may be thinking that you've had no answer at all. In this case, the answer will come later. And as this knowing settles calmly within you, you turn to your spirit guide, and with thanks, you take your leave, continuing your way across the beach, along the pathways, around the lake, and your spirit guide watches you disappear into the distance. And as you walk, you notice a beautiful sitting place. It could be a bench or a chair or a comfortable rock or log. It could even be the sand. And as you sit and as you rest, your awareness enters your body fully. And you notice that it's the same sensation as you sitting in the chair that you're actually sitting in right now during this meditation. And as you come fully back into the room, into your body, bring the wisdom with you. Bring the question and the answer. Even if the answer has not yet come, just bring the silence. Bring it with you back into waking life, waking state. And as you notice the light coming in through your eyelids, the feeling of your body weight resting, and the solid ground underneath your feet, when you're ready, open your eyes and notice how good you feel.